Hi everyone, and welcome to my Superliminal Speedrun PB Analysis. I'm Samwise, and today I'll be reviewing Snowosolo's 2439 glitchless run. The intent of these PB reviews is not to give every single optimization compared to the world record, but rather to give pointers to improve strategies, find easy time saves, and give advice for anyone else in a similar time bracket. I have a tutorial series for people looking for general tips, but these reviews will give me a chance to mention things that I may have left out, such as common mistakes or more subtle techniques. In this video, I'm actually joined by Snow as I go through, so she'll be asking questions about things that I miss here and there. Hopefully this can provide a little more insight, and if you think that's valuable, let me know in the comments. I'm always wanting to make my content as helpful as possible. With that in mind, let's get into it. Yeah, not much to say here. It's just aim towards the door. That's really all you have to do.
I want to try to learn how to make the cube bigger so you don't have to vault, but I tried like 80 times the other day and it was not working.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you really have to worry about it all that much right now, because a vault is maybe like a third of a second, and I don't think you're at a point where you need to worry about a third of a second.
Sweet.
Yeah, these are decent. Yeah, about 50-second mark at the top of that door is fine. Yeah, you could probably smooth out that movement a little bit.
Yeah. I also can't. Okay, in this I did make the cube really tiny, but I can't do that consistently at all.
Okay, so let's back up here. So it's all about finding it immediately and then throwing it into the wall. Yeah, the way you did it is just fine. If I could make a small comment, it's that you pushed it a little too close to the door. So if you put it more towards this panel, then as you're backing up, you'll back more in a direct line towards this window.
Okay, cool.
It's a small thing, but it matters a little bit. If you want to improve time there, try to stay moving forward if you can.
Yeah, I've been trying. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come with like muscle memory though.
How big is your mouse pad?
It's huge.
Okay, so you got the room.
It spans my whole desk, yeah.
Okay.
I had to move my keyboard over quite a bit, but it's fine. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, your induction's not too bad. There are always little things that you can do to just, speed up. Yeah, try to aim towards the door. Yeah, you could spend a little time learning how to drop and walk at the same time, but this is pretty much a 2-minute induction. Yeah, 201. So, the more you play, the faster it'll get, and it'll eventually just be sub 2 before you know it.
Sweet, I got 159 the other day and I was so excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because the first time I did it, I think I was at like 248 or something, so.
Yeah, the trick to induction is just hold forward the whole time and stop as little as possible.
Oh god.
Like, not literally, of course. There are some places you kind of have to stop.
Yeah.
But that's the goal, is to just stop as little as possible. You could move a little tighter towards the walls at the corners. Here for this resize, so you see how you keep it at this angle the whole time?
Yeah.
I would rotate it so that it's you don't see the side of it at all. That'll keep it a little more consistent. It won't like fall down flat. And
yeah, that happens quite a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So if you rotate it and then wait a little bit more before you grab it again, so it gets bigger on each resize.
Right.
But this worked, which is great. But it's more consistent if you flatten it.
Okay, cool. I forget that you can rotate anything sometimes, so.
Yeah, the devs say that the right click to rotate is one of the most ignored signs in the game. Or sorry, is the most ignored sign in the game. That was an unfortunate bit where it just didn't let you ledge grab. That's fine.
Yeah.
It was an alright box jump.
I hate box jumping. It's the worst.
Okay, so here, yeah, I did notice this. So see how it's kind of steep? There is a steepness to this door when you picked it up. What it's going to do is when you drop it, it's going to get stuck on this wall over here and not give you any distance on these stairs.
Okay.
So it didn't actually help you at all. You might as well have not taken the door and jumped on the railings. So if it's a little more flat to the ground, and you can be a little more careful. Okay. So, did you drop too early, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not really sure.
Okay. There are a couple different ways to resize that. I personally will hold the cube against this railing, back up a tiny bit, like a step or two, and then drop it, and it's the perfect size. What I've seen other people do is they get here, and they'll double click it so it falls a little bit, and then they grab it.
Okay.
You know, you
God,
recovered well from this.
Yeah. Thanks.
We'll go ahead and speed up here. Yeah, just try to take more direct lines towards doors. That makes up for a lot of time over the course of the game.
Okay.
You don't have to pull the moon all the way to the floor. Some people will leave it all the way up by the window. But otherwise, that was a good resize.
Okay, cool. Does it not just fall from the ceiling?
No,
Like
the moon floats.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Standard beginning. Good. Staying close to the walls.
I started trying to do what Aerok does with the cube, and I was losing more time than I was. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth. Yeah, there are a lot of strats that he does that if you try to do it without the experience, you'll end up losing more time than you would be gaining.
Yeah, I've noticed that because I went back and forth between watching his world record video and your tutorials when I was learning the run. And I was getting very confused. Like, I didn't listen to your video when I got to Blind Maze. I just watched his and saw him turn around. So I tried to do that, and I was like, why am I not moving? This makes no sense.
Yeah, I based my video off of Jiffy's old world record. So, break here. The fastest way is to jump over this block because it's directly towards that door. So you got a little bit caught on it. Otherwise, it's not too bad.
Okay, jump over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are things that I just never would have thought of, so.
And then, that's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. It's the hardest thing I think I can do pretty well at this point. So.
That was also pretty good. I personally don't even do that. I just let the cube explode at the base of the ledge, and it works.
Yeah.
Have you watched my video about jumping?
No, I don't think so.
So jumping into pits is only effective if you barely miss the ledge. Otherwise, you're actually losing time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I also can't get that jump to save my life. Don't know when you're supposed to do it.
You have to jump
out of the box.
Like a fraction of a second before you land.
Oh, great.
Yeah, because the trigger to teleport is not on the floor. It's just above it.
Okay.
So you don't land twice. That's how the devs made it. And then just, rotate your angle of viewing so you don't have to, like, awkwardly side shuffle to get into the elevator.
Okay. How, oh shoot, what did you just say before
the jump?
Oh, yeah, so I just have to, like, time the jumping back?
Yeah, I don't have a lineup. I managed to get it decently. The key to pit diving's what I call it, is try to jump too early, because then there's no difference in time. If you jump too late, then you lose time.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is just walking. That's fine. Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I
solid.
haven't even attempted to learn Blind Maze yet.
That's
so.
fine. You're getting to a point where it might be worth learning.
Yeah, I tried. Well, I started to try yesterday, and then I couldn't count. Like, the counting wasn't working, so I gave up.
Gotcha. Yeah, there is a visual cue if you have low enough settings. Quick little thing. So you see how you turn just kind of an arbitrary angle. I say in my tutorial to turn an arbitrary angle. The wall is here. So the goal is to get as close to this corner as possible so you take the most direct route. With high enough brightness and low enough settings, you can see it pretty early on.
Okay, should I turn my brightness up?
If it doesn't bother you, then it would be worth for blackout.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Are you at 60 FPS?
I have no idea, and I don't know how to check.
Okay, so the game won't let you adjust FPS like within the settings. It has VSync, but if you have NVIDIA control panel, that will allow you to change FPS. Essentially, being at 60 will allow you to jump a little bit higher and will prevent accidental launches a little more. So like if you've had inconsistency jumping across that pit earlier, that will help make that better.
Okay, where do I find FPS?
So if you're playing with Steam, actually if you're playing with Steam, then you can check using the Steam settings. You can like have a little FPS counter in the corner. Otherwise, you can just ask in general in the Discord, and we'll tell you.
Okay.
But yeah, you might be at a point where it's worth learning Blind Maze. And there, like, you just missed the jump, and it took you a second to readjust, but that's okay. That's some free time save next time.
Oh, the semester's almost over, so I will try to learn blind jump when it ends.
Understandable. Yeah, Blackout is pretty straightforward. Some people call White Space a walking simulator, but considering that Blackout, you either only pick up the sign or you don't pick up anything at all, it's the true walking simulator.
When I was learning, I was so excited that White Space was just like so chill and so walking simulator. And then I got to the end, and it took me like probably 20 minutes to get across the chessboard, so it was not good.
Yeah, actually, hold on. Before we go, I think if you're focusing on jumping over the fire extinguisher and then over this desk, you're not taking the most direct line. You can just walk around them. Because then you're risking getting caught on them if you don't jump high enough or jump at the right time.
Okay.
But I mean, like people will look over to click the clock. It's fine.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it just happens.
Okay, I could not do this to save my life when I did this video, but I have since figured it out. So.
Okay, so I made the mistake of giving an advanced strat in my tutorial, and I actually have a video full of alternatives ready to go. There are multiple ways to do that room, so if it's inconsistent for you, I can explain different ways to do it. But if you figured it out, then that's all right.
Yeah, I think I got it now. But...
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back and explain just for anyone viewing. So, a good consistent way to do that, I would say, is appropriate at your level, at your time, is to stand at the base of this table, put a clock right at the bottom, and then walk up to it, box jump once, and then that's it, and then you're in. You don't have to worry about rotating. If you want to use this method, you don't have to rotate. It makes it just marginally faster. So I would recommend getting used to the clicking movement without the rotation, and then once you're comfortable with that, put the rotation back in. Here you got a little bit caught on the smaller apple. you can kind of see like the slowdown.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the apple's off the button, right click to return it, and that won't ever be a problem.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, solid. Some people like to walk further back and jump, but that's a
I
little
tried
extra.
to do that. It did not go well.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's something you have to worry about at the moment. I mean, like anything, if you get consistent at it, then totally fair game. But if it's losing you time, then I wouldn't recommend it quite yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, nice tight lines right at the end here. This is the kind of movement you want the whole run. Alright, I'm going to speed up right at the end here.
I think this is still my gold dollhouse, so...
Okay. Oh, okay, so you just turned around early. That's fine. Yeah, no big deal there. I'll speed up a little bit. Just focus on movement, staying close to those corners, and let's see it. So yeah, I'd recommend learning how to resize with the light right there so you don't have to just kind of guess at it.
Okay.
Keeping it close will help you understand, how close you are to the size of the door. Are you guessing on that resize?
No, I'm trying to get it to the second suitcase.
Second suitcase. Oh, is that what I say? Is that what I say in my
Like the
tutorial?
white one? I think one of my friends told me to get it to the second suitcase, but now his time is worse than mine, so...
Okay. So there is a lineup. I believe I explained it in the tutorial. Where you get this horizontal bar on the same level as this wall trimming in the back. Which actually you nailed. You got it perfectly.
Sweet.
So then you can do that single jump and make it through the door. That's actually a perfect size.
Nice.
So, great job.
I should probably stop trying to do this, but...
What, the radius skip?
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, it's so much fun. Definitely.
I fuck it up a lot, though. I don't think I do here, but...
Yeah, no, that's great. It doesn't save that much time, but it's for the style. I would... So are you just double clicking really fast, or are you moving your mouse at all?
I'm just double clicking.
Okay, I would recommend trying to move your mouse down maybe a tiny bit. There's also a lineup for this, which, if you fall through, that is valid. That is a legal thing you can do. But there is a lineup for that makes it a little more consistent. So I'll back up. So you want to get the handle of the window lined up with the top of the windowsill. But the thing with lineups is it only works if it's a certain distance away from you. So it's kind of something you have to practice, get a little bit of muscle memory for. You'll just get an idea of the size that works. But yeah, fast fan, definitely something you want to do.
Yeah, I could not do the fan thing to save my life, and then I did it once, and it worked, and then it's worked since then. So I don't know what happened, but...
Yeah, good. Here, you just gotta know that the red side that the door isn't on is what you want facing you.
Oh, it's... Okay. Yeah, that's helpful.
And also, something that not a lot of people know about. If you make the bouncy castle too small, and you're worried about being tiny in this next room, right here is a checkpoint. So if you reset checkpoint, it'll set your size back to 1, the normal one, and
oh, sweet. Okay.
You don't have to worry about it as much. This is a little on the big side. I honestly had no idea if you were going to make it through that keyhole. I'm glad you did, but yeah, there's a small chance you didn't. It was an okay resize. You just got to make sure you don't accidentally drop it out in the void over here, because this room is huge, and things will fall very slowly if it's not on the table. another option of where you can resize is, you see how the keyhole kind of juts out? If you're on the floor and look up, then you can use the bottom of the keyhole to resize. That used to be the strat, then people started doing it the way you did. You can just practice
someone using the wall. That was crazy.
Using the wall is, it works for him, but I don't know. It's inconsistent for me personally. But yeah, not a bad dollhouse. That would be something you can always find time saving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one that I have gotten gold on the most, I think.
Yeah, the trick is just getting your resizes consistent. If you can do that, then you're on a good path. So let's see, first audio skip. I think you got it. I'd recommend. Oh, you did not. So let's see here. Let's see how you did it. So you actually ended up, I think, falling off the door Oh yeah. Oh, it's tiny, but you can see that you've slid down a little bit from the door, which made you bounce off. So what I do is I actually look away from the wall. I look like parallel with the wall, so I'm looking straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that is what keeps me on the door enough. Console players have to look into the wall a little bit, is what I found. It's weird. You just gotta practice at it a bunch, and it's no fun sometimes.
Yeah, I hate the audio skips.
So I believe I have something to say about your second one as well. So, see how it was a good size. This is a great size. But when you looked down, this shrunk it, because you're now limiting the size by using the floor. And so it's now no longer big enough. So you could try jump resizing. That eventually got it to work. And I think because you missed the first audio skip, it actually didn't lose you any time. But if you end up getting the first audio skip, then what I would say is, let's see here, keep this size, and then as soon as you're close over here, you just drop it, and then jump on top.
Don't look into the floor.
Don't look into the floor, yeah. And we're just waiting. Good lineup. I'm just curious to see a little high.
I don't
Yeah.
have that one down, yeah.
So this one is right in the middle of this bit where it sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
There are other lineups. You can go wherever you want if you can find the right Y coordinate to look at.
Oh god, okay.
Like I've seen people find one on the vending machine. Yeah, chair or leg of that chair is good, and then you just don't look. Good job tracking the clock.
Thanks.
If you look, so yeah, a lot of people have trouble with this. You were looking a little too far down, so the painting's getting caught on the bed, and it's a little too small. So if you looked up a little more, this isn't a resize portal, so if it's too big, it won't affect your size.
Okay.
I don't think, or if it does, it doesn't matter that much because there's a door shortly further in. Yeah. So make it bigger than smaller, but otherwise the technique of jumping over the bed and then placing over the bed is perfect.
Wait.
So, a little critique here. You want to try to click the door before you're falling. So the fastest way would be if you're jumping on this little recycling bin. If you jump again, you can see it for a split second.
Okay.
Then when you get here, you can see it again and try to click it. And then third, last resort, is clicking it on the way down. It's just something that's free. And then that's jump timing.
Yeah, I got stuck.
I would say this is a good place to aim on this wall. Because then the goal is, so you aim for the wall, and then when you're falling, you turn towards the long way and then use since you can't make any progress forward, you can make all of your momentum go to the side and make up the rest of that. So you make a direct line, shorter line to the table.
Sweet. I think I lost time on that jump too, because I went too late.
Did you jump in? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there you just have to put the stairs closer to the wall to get the panels to fall.
One of my friends calls this the hardest maze in the game, and we were watching another friend do a casual playthrough of this, and he got it immediately. Like, didn't even have to think about it. Yeah, he just got it.
Okay. Some people get it and like don't understand why they got it.
Oh, I tried to box jump, but I fucked it up.
So yeah, the box jump is faster. So you missed it. But yeah. The old way to do this is to grab the cube at a reasonable size. It doesn't have to be big or small. Then using the buoy and not having to worry about turning around when you get to the top, because you already have it in your hands.
Right.
And then avoiding trying to jump onto this ledge because it's a little taller, so you won't get the ledge grab as easy.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Little thing here. When you grab the knight, start walking towards the door and turn around so you can place it while making progress. So you're moving backwards, placing on the button, and then going through the door. It's just a small time save. Here what happened is this light is a little dip. So if you don't jump over it, I always forget to explain this. You have to jump over this, otherwise you'll get caught like right there. That's what happened. And then you jumped over it that time.
You said not to jump here, but then someone else told me to jump there, so I'm...
Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, because you're jumping late... See, normally you would be falling earlier. Yeah. But because you jumped over it, you're falling just a fraction of a second later. There is a faster elevator maze. Not by much.
I can't figure out what it is.
You'll have
I've seen
to ask.
Everyone do that the past few days.
I personally haven't learned it. Here, cool thing. This will transform into the parking lot as soon as your cursor crosses the entrance of the elevator. So as soon as your first foot is inside, you can turn around. You don't have to go to the center. You have to look a little more right, I think. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, I've been messing this up.
Yeah, so it partially depends on when you activate the parking lot change and like how far out of the elevator you move. It's a little difficult to have a consistent lineup. So yeah, you lost a little bit of time compared to gold. Or compared to PB. I'm assuming it was the painting, if I had to guess, but there are plenty of places you have time save.
I cannot click through the vending machine to save my life, so I didn't even try here.
Yeah, that's okay. So let's see here. That's because it's too far to the left. So, it's the wrong way. Whoop. So yeah, if you were trying to aim through the vending machine, you just barely miss it, I think.
Okay.
So, when you initially grab the clinic, and you resize it, you gotta place it towards the entrance. So you're currently facing the bed where you started. You want to place to the right of the table you grabbed the clinic from.
Okay.
And then it's easier to grab through the vending machine. That of course that just takes practice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to take the extra second to go around if you need to. This is 30 seconds of waiting for a cutscene. So just skip that. There's unfortunately no glitchless way to make it faster. And here we want to aim for the left side because you can actually drop down. Yep. So you just want to hug that left side if you're going to drop off the left side. Do you know why you reset checkpoint here?
Because it makes you bigger and a little bit closer.
Alright, cool. Yeah, and then that's just walking. Make sure you jump over the cone.
Yeah, I sure did get messed up there. I don't know why I thought that I would just walk through it.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. So, actually, there is a lineup for the pit dive here. If you jump while walking in the middle of these doors, that's perfect. And then you want to turn right while you're falling, so you don't end up going too far forward. More walking, yay. I personally grab this block a little later, so it's not as close to my face.
Okay.
It prevents a ledge grab because you can place it further out. You know the distance a little better. Okay. And just for anyone who's curious, if you don't turn around, your cursor disappears. So
Really?
yeah. So like don't get in the habit of clicking the light switch and then just moving straight back. Because while you will fit underneath the stairs, your cursor will disappear and you don't get it back to the reset checkpoint. Here you want to hug the right side of this pathway so that when you fall down the hole, you can go towards this red pillar, which is still to the right. Okay, jumping on the slope, that's good. I would say that resizing grabbing it early and then resizing as you walk up is not something you would have to worry about as much. So it's okay to walk up to the table. But as you feel comfortable resizing as you're walking, that's good practice. Here, you want to avoid stopping as much as possible. So the way some people do it is they'll do a bunch of jumps with the chess piece and just have 2 to 3 per square. Some people, what I do is I'm always aiming at the chess piece, and then I just know when to jump and click over.
Okay. I cannot do the cheese skip to save my life. I think I've done it once successfully, and I've done like 12 runs or something at this point.
Okay.
So.
Well, 12 isn't bad. One more quick thing about the chess piece. If you can't figure out how to do it without stopping, try going back to 2 pieces and try not stopping that way.
Okay.
Because 1 piece doesn't actually save that much time over 2 piece. Or it doesn't save as much time as people think it does, if done well. So if you're struggling with 1 piece, it might be worth checking out 2 piece. But yeah, okay. So you missed jumping on it. What I would recommend is you jumped a little bit and then placed. Try jumping off the ledge and then placing right before you land. So it's right below you.
Okay.
And that will help you get on top of the block a little more consistently. But, going for the cheese there's no shame in it. In fact, if you miss cheese skip, and don't feel comfortable with your box jumping abilities, then it's definitely the smarter move. Here, you just want to spend as much time falling as you can. So, like, if you can weave so that you dodge landing as much as possible, then that will save a little bit of time.
Okay.
This is Bitrate Hallway. That's what we call it. But yeah, staying close to the corner, good. Turning around immediately, good. Dropping the cube, not as good. So, this happens to someone every once in a while, where they'll drop the cube and land on it at the very end, which prevents you from hitting the ends trigger and the level doesn't finish.
Yeah, sometimes does it propel you back up?
Sometimes
Because
it
that
pushes you
happened
back
to me
up. Yeah.
the other day, and I was racing one of my friends, and he was like, "Oh, I'm done. This is my time," and I was like, "Great. Wish I could finish and get a time, but I'm just going back and forth."
Yeah. If you land on the cube, you'll pop back up sometimes, and that is why you always hold onto the cube.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
So that's the last advice. I mean, retrospect, partially luck, partially you could practice it. I practiced it. It's helped. It's kind of funny to just hit restart level and just spam click in the right direction.
Oh, I'm not even spam clicking. That's a good idea.
Yeah, you can click it within a frame of starting the level, which is when it's pitch black. There's like a half second to a second of just black screen before you can see, but you can still click the clock if your lineup is right. So
Sweet.
Yeah, you can practice that. It's definitely easier with a mouse than with the controller. Sorry, console friends. But yeah, I mean, 2439. How long have you been running this game?
Since April 5th.
Okay, so
11 days.
Yeah, 11 days. You're doing great. I think you're on a good pace. Definitely plenty of time save left. And I didn't even explain like the hardest things. It's a lot of movement, cleaning up some things here and there. But yeah, you're definitely on your way. I'd like to thank Snow for giving me permission to do this with her run, and I'm wanting to do reviews for other time brackets, so let me know if you want me to analyze your run. As always, you can reach me through the comments or through the Superliminal Speedrun Discord, links below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.